studying Torah, being a listener, verbalizing, comprehension of the heart, awe, reverence, humility, joy, purity, serving the sages, companionship with one's friends, debating with one's students, tranquility, study of the scriptures, study of the Mishnah, minimizing business dealings, minimizing socializing, minimizing worldly pleasures, minimizing sleep, minimizing speech, minimizing gaiety, slowness to anger, good-heartedness, faith in the sages, acceptance of suffering, knowing one's place in the world, satisfaction with one's lot, qualifying one's words, not taking credit for oneself, being likable, love of God, love of humanity, love of clarity, of charity, love of justice, love of rebuke, fleeing from honor, lack of arrogance in learning, reluctance to hand down rulings, participating in the burden of one's friend, judging him favorably, correcting him, bringing him to a peaceful resolution of his disputes with others, deliberation and study, asking and answering, listening and illuminating, learning to teach, learning in order to observe, making more wise one's teacher, exactness in conveying a teaching, and saying something in the name of its speaker will bring about the redemption of this world. Wow. Each of these steps leads from one level before it to the next one above it. And while you're mastering these levels, you're climbing higher and higher on this spiritual ladder until you reach the 48th rung on the ladder. You have one more step and then you've reached the top. But then what happens? Left out step number 49. Why did the Mishnah leave it out? You know why? Chachamim tell us that the 49th step is the siyata dishmaya, divine assistance. If you have siyata dishmaya and Hashem appreciates you, He will surely stretch forth His hand to lift you up to the final level, to the top of Har Sinai. I want to impart to you that you don't even need to reach the 48th step in order for God to offer you some divine assistance and to pull you to the top. You could be standing on the 10th rung of the ladder, and as long as you find favor in the eyes of Hashem, as long as God likes the way you're leading your life, as long as He sees that you have so much yirat shamayim and you have a pure heart, when Hashem sees how much you yearn to be close to Him, how much you yearn to be elevated, He will reach His hand out to you and pull you up. The mountain, the peak of the mountain of life, your mind and soul will be opened to understand very lofty subjects in Torah. Learning is not going to be as difficult as it was for you before. The lessons of the psukim was just going to jump out at you with such clarity and simplicity. You are going the mountain, and suddenly, when you find yourself at the top of Har Sinai, the mountain, the peak of the mountain of life, your mind and soul will be opened to understand very lofty subjects in Torah. Learning is not